Hi, welcome to the Sequoia High School Science Department. My name is Jessica Magallanes. This is my 8th year at Sequoia. I'm the Science Department Chair. I've taught biology, one of our IB science courses, and AVID during my time here at Sequoia. Before we jump into the different types of courses offered at Sequoia, I want to give you a big picture of what we hope a Sequoia science student is and gets to do during their time here at Sequoia and the type of knowledge they leave Sequoia with after their science education. These sentences, these phrases were finished by members of our science department, and we all agree that this is our dream for Sequoia science students. They're not afraid to make mistakes. They ask questions. They will feel like they can choose science as a college or career field. They will do their own experiments, be a critical consumer of science news, and then they have a lot of choice. This is why we actually offer so many different science courses, way more than 4, which is the most they could take technically in 4 years of high school. But it's because we really want students to have the choice to pick what science they're passionate about, what science they're excited to take. When we think about all of our science courses, they do have one thing in common. They are raised in the next generation science standards, specifically the K12 Science and Engineering Practices. What those are, they're these 8 practices or skills that students are explicitly taught and assessed on throughout their different science courses. Yes, of course, we still teach content, but it's through the application of content that they get to practice these skills. Asking questions, using models, planning and carrying out investigations, interpreting data, emphasis on constructing explanations, engaging in argument from evidence. So the different requirements you need to know before we look at all the different courses are the high school requirements to graduate, and then the requirements that the CSUs and UCs require of students when they apply to a CSU or UC, and then also our recommendation, both from Sequoia High School Science Department and also from the college and universities your student may be applying to. So the requirement for high school graduation at Sequoia is 2 science courses. Any 2 on this list I'm going to show you, any 2 that are in our program planning handbook, they do have to earn a grade of a D or higher. The A through G also just requires 2. They have more specific criteria. One should be categorized as a life science, like a biology, and one needs to be a physical science, like a physics or chemistry. And they must receive a grade of a C or higher in all of those courses they take. Just a reminder, the language here says lab science courses. All the science courses you'll see offered at Sequoia are in fact lab science courses. Those are the requirements, but the recommendation from Sequoia Science, from counselors at Sequoia, and from college admissions officers is that students take 4 years of lab science if they can, and the 3 of those are these different topics of biology, chemistry, and physics. This will leave your student with a great foundation in science to be successful in their career or college of their choosing after high school. We, of course, then offer biology, physics, and chemistry, but we offer other elective type courses, elective being you get to choose the different types based on your interests, and they're based on foundations you might have learned in these courses. Human biology is a popular course with our juniors and seniors because of all the hands-on dissections you get to do. Biotechnology is another great course offering because it is hands-on. You do work in our biotechnology lab. And then we have 3 IB science courses. So again, bio, physics, chem, I consider these like the big 3. Start with these when you're looking at your 4-year plan. Most colleges do like to see all 3 of these on a high school transcript. You could, though, instead of taking biology, take physics and chemistry, and then your biology, your life science, you take the IB version. That's 2 years of IB biology, your junior and senior year. Human biology and biotech, after you've taken biology and you've successfully completed it, this is another challenging hands-on course that you could choose. Human biology, if your student, you are interested in dissections, learning about physiology and anatomy. biotechnology, if you want to learn some of these biotech lab skills to one day work in a biotechnology lab or field. Our IB's courses are official international baccalaureate level courses. They are college level, they are very challenging. And then you take, of course, the IB test at the end of this course, and that's what could potentially earn you college credit based on your IB score. Of course, you can check out the IB section, the IB website of sequoiahs.org in order to get more info about our IB courses and what it means to be an IB student. These are the same courses here, but I've given you some more information. I'm hoping this is a reference you can use when you're looking at what science courses you want to take while at Sequoia and in what order. I'm not showing you a specific pathway because there are so many different ones. And this is on purpose. We want your student to have the choice based on their interests, based on what works for them, based on their goals post high school. So again, physics, biology, and chemistry, these big three. Physics and biology are the two options for freshmen. We really just recommend students pick based on their interests. Biology, a lot of students will choose to take this one if they know eventually they really want to take biotech or human biology. That makes sense to take as a freshman. Students who take physics as a freshman, we do recommend that you are either going to be in Algebra 1 or you already have some strong Algebra 1 skills to make sure you're going to do your best in physics. But people might start in physics if they think they might want to take IB physics or IB biology later. That's because IB biology can cover your biology course your junior and senior year. Once you're a 10th grader, you can continue to take physics or bio if you haven't yet, or you can also take chemistry or biotechnology based on these prereqs. Chemistry, Algebra 1, be in Algebra 1, biotechnology, C or better, you've successfully completed biology. Things to consider, again, chemistry needs to be taken before IB biology. You do need to earn a C or higher in a chemistry course. And since IB biology is offered both junior, you take junior and senior year, it's a 2-year course, you do want to take chemistry when you're a 10th grader. Biotechnology, again, you can take as a 10th grader. If you didn't take physics, you can take it after you take biology. Lots of choice. You and your student decide what makes sense for them. Then junior, senior year, you can now take any of these courses. Of course, you can take physics, biochemistry, biotech if you haven't yet and want to, but now juniors and seniors have the option of choosing human biology, which is a fun class if you're excited to do dissections. They are a big part of the curriculum. IB Environmental Systems and Societies, referred to as IB ESS around here. The prereq is to take one of the physical sciences and take biology. Just something cool to know about IB ESS, it does cover a lot of physical and life science content and standards. Because of that, this could fulfill either a physical or life science requirement. Or junior year, you can commit to taking IB biology over those next 2 years. This is a very challenging course. And what some students actually also do is their second year of IB biology, they take biotechnology at the same time. They co-enroll in IB biology year 2 and biotechnology, and those really complement each other. If your student really wants to challenge themselves and take an extra science course, if it works in their schedule, that's a great idea. Again, IB physics is an option. You either prove that you have the prereqs to take physics by passing our physics class in 9th through 10th or 11th grade, or there's actually a placement exam. If your student hasn't taken physics at Sequoia, but has the basic physics foundation to take IB physics, you do need to either have already taken Algebra 2 Trig or currently be enrolled in Algebra 2 Trig when you take IB physics. Again, there are almost infinite pathways your students can take over their 4 years at Sequoia. You and your student gets to decide what really inspires them and excites them about science. And that's one of the things we love about Sequoia Science. There is lots of choice, and your student really has a sense of independence and agency in deciding what to take. All of this information I pulled from our program planning handbook. There is a new one published every year. Look out in January for our updated year 2021-2022 program planning handbook. If you look at the one that's currently posted at sequoiahs.org, it does have lots of detailed information about these courses, more than I've included in here, including course descriptions and some of these pathways I briefly mentioned. If you have any specific questions that you think I can answer for you, please reach out and email me at jmagallanes@seq.org. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to working hopefully with all of your students soon.